Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
I want to talk a little bit about restitution, because a lot of people don't realize that besides doing time, you got to pay back the government. Yeah, they charge your motherfucking ass for a crime. See, every crime committed is a commercial crime and it has a monetary value. And basically, depending on the number of charges, it can add up as far as the amount of restitution you have to pay. So not only will you have to do, for instance, I had a friend who did over 10 years. They also had to pay back all the money that was claimed in the bank robberies that they committed. So their restitution is in the millions. And so this individual, good dude, he busts his ass, he works hard now, he's legitimate, and he, is taking care of his kids and supporting himself. But the government basically gave him an option that either he pays a set amount, which is $1,500 a month restitution, or they're going to take half his paycheck. So based on the amount of money he was earning, he decided his best option was to go ahead and pay the government $1,500 a month. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And every year when this guy gets his tax return, any return that he had coming is already taken out. The government just takes it out automatically. So, restitution is no fucking joke. He's off of paper, but they still want their money. And if you decide to say, start a business or get something going that's in your name, and they find out that you have an account with money in it and you still owe, they will go after that money. So anything you earn above table, above board, that can be accounted for, that's on paper, the government will know about it and they're going to want their money. So don't think that when you get out, you're just going to skate off and, start a new business or a new career and, all your debts are forgiven. Yeah, you so-called pay your debt to society, but you still haven't paid back what they claim or feel that you owe them. And so you still actually are paying once you get out for whatever crimes you committed. And some guys will never pay off the restitution. I mean, if your restitution is 10 million, how do you expect to pay that back? A lot of times when you see, like, for instance, Wolf on Wall Street, Belford, he's living a life, traveling, doing all this stuff. Well, he has a restitution that he has to pay back to the victims, but he's most likely living off of somebody else's, I would say, welfare. Somebody else is taking care of whatever expenditures he has, because anything that can be accounted for from him, they're going to want theirs. So, all these white collar guys getting out, different levels of criminals, drug dealers getting out that, the government say, hey, tax them while they're in. These guys, they have to pretty much live underground when it comes to income if they want to be able to have that same lifestyle they had before they went in. So yeah, it's a fucked up situation, but this is how they get down. Restitution is a motherfucker. And, when you're trying to get on your feet and you could barely afford to pay your bills, restitution, they don't care about that. They want theirs regardless. So just take that into consideration when you're doing time and you get out and you think that your debts have been paid. They haven't been paid. You still owe these motherfuckers.